Hey, Astara.
Black ass ain't.
Give me 1 second. I'm coming. I am coming. I just had to get my music together. Sorry.
That's a politics. Like a bunch of news to me.
But you know I ain't worried.
What they talking about? You shall search. Oh man, it sound like a bunch of G-O-S-S-I. 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 Yaddy-daddy, who likes the party? The big mouth switching, no nigga, don't get me started. I can hit a fucking lick with the shit some niggas regarding. Shit is killing me, it's so elementary what they talking. G-O-S-S-I-P, I need ID to prove you're really worth my tea. I am on E, yet they gassing me every second they hear my record. Fake niggas ain't never poised, no disrespecting, cause I really, really do respect your profession. I'll use the way you hate to amplify the way I'm flexing. You all in my shit, that keep your shit unprotected. This song ain't even for you, I hope you don't get the message. Hey sucker nigga,
wherever you are.
Hope your hands hit your hip when I spit every bar. I break bread with the heads, know I'm better than odds. Jeff's son, I'm his dad, no flaws. Straight. That's a politics. Like a bunch of news to me.
But you know I ain't worried.
What they talking about? You shall search. Oh man, it sound like a bunch of G-O-S-S-I. 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 Trey, why they hating on me, Trey? I don't get it. They try my niggas, Sam, now they trying other niggas. They going mad stupid on the charts, fucking riffing. A man's just a man, I ain't here for no depiction. What next, homie? You pause, that's on my young boy. Now them Curry's passing far, they bring that gun draw. Nigga, I can hash it off, but Pete my young boy. That nigga's magnum's drawn, he's not sturdy. Unworthy, I mind all the fake shit. Post molasses, came to bastards act crazy. Around the whole system, hoes exposed daily. Cut it out,
Hey,
kid,
Diva.
you can never fucking play me. Hey sucker nigga,
Wherever you are.
hope your man slit your lips and put salt on your guards. If you're dead, I understand, but you better recharge. Cause I'm the man dancing, holding the hand of your broad. Sing! That's a politics. Like a bunch of news to me.
But you know I ain't worried.
What they talking about? You shall search. Oh man,
Thank you, Sarah.
G-O-S-S-I.
I'm about to get started in a second.
G-O-S-S-I.
I'd like to get your perspective, especially with everything that you're going through with mental illness. Also, we're going to talk about it with sex as well. Mental health.
I ain't worried.
When having sex and when mental health is healthy and when it's not healthy. Among other conversations, but that's the topic.
But you know I ain't worried.
Hey, Quiet Storm, welcome back. It's going to be an open panel. I definitely want to get different perspectives on mental health and sex. I'm just getting myself together here, and after this one go off, we're gonna jump right on in. Jump right on in. This song right here.
Kool-Aid sipper with his ice on frozen. From
Yes,
H6 so nice when he going right now. Finna
good
get a light
depiction
illusion. Pipe
of
down, get a little light force
mental
over.
health,
Mama told me
if you
titty
can
bar.
understand
Alcohol
everything
here,
he's
hear me, really none of that shit going far. My life now dedicated flowing often. Now I get my goals at the bar. But right now I'ma be the hole in the wall. Ticket, golden pocket, lifting pizza. Only me, I flick my wrist and shoulder. Fuck now with a bigger dick, I told her. Oops, my bad. I'm mad, cause I keep on feeling myself. I'm bougie bad. But dad, they don't know that feeling of dope. I get it, finally sip the soda. My shit got the stinking odor. Fire hot and sippity roller. Might God be a little patient, yo. The sense to a little man making donuts. Vanilla, I pray I tonight. I don't know nobody, don't need nobody. I'm great, upper echelon B. I'm feeling godly. You feel the way you take it personal, take it personal. You feel away cause I'm embarrassing you. Tonight, I don't know nobody, don't need nobody. I'm great, upper echelon B. I'm feeling godly. You feel the way you take it personal, take it personal. You feel away cause I'm embarrassing you, bitch.
Yeah. I don't need a bag.
God. Look, media, fuck your medium. I go idiom, I go pop. And make a motherfucker mad for not believing in me. What do they see in them? Rock him, Eric being them. Check the file. Word is fine, no extra vowels. And I got drink, need an extra towel. I'm about to go ODB and get extra loud, extra wild. They don't wanna let a nigga in, but they never gon' X me out. Check me out. I'm God body, so God got me. Bless me now. They can't handle these bars, they extraterrestrial. Get up my testicles. I don't wanna rap about rap. Keep your interview, nigga. I don't wanna cap out Jack. I'm mastering the trade, yes sir. I'm academically past the epidemic. That's some plays, yes sir. This is not a phase, no sir. I am not amazed, no sir. I'm inside a maze, but I'm willing to go through it to keep it all in the family. These are the days, yes sir. Tonight I don't know nobody, don't need nobody. My mind up a echelon, me. I'm feeling godly. Feel the way you take it personal, take it personal. Feel the way cause I'm embarrassing you, bitch.
All right. Welcome to another episode of Let's Chop It Up, Sex Talk. Now, today we're going to be talking about sex and mental health. I'm going to drop the link. Welcome, everybody. We got Star of Skies in the house. We got Diva D. We got Ramamas, Quiet Storm, all the great ladies, and Auntie Donna. Yes, Auntie Donna. And my partner in crime, Coco, 929, also known as Libra Butterflies. Here we get clap for her. You know, that's a strong woman right there. And I believe all the women on here are strong because everybody go through life and go through problems. Same like with her mamas. You know, I love her name because it's a very, very strong statement and fact, you know, of who she is and what she's going through. You know, that's a great name. I always wanted to tell you that. Anyway, yeah, tonight's topic probably going to get a little funny, but we're definitely going to have a lot to cover when it comes to mental health. And with that being said, hold on one second. Let's see, we copy. All right. Hold 1 second. Stara, if you can grab the link, Coco, and anybody else who want to grab the link. I wanted to talk to Astara first, if you don't mind, because I know something we both have in common when it comes to like dementia and stuff like that, and some of the stuff that you already shared before dealing with mental health, and I think you give a good perspective. There she is. There you are. How you doing?
I have had better days, but God's got me. So
Okay.
yeah,
That's always good.
yeah, yeah. God's not gonna let nothing happen to me, so I'm good.
Okay. Give me 1 second.
hmm Where, oh, where? Well, I hope everyone's having a good day, even though it's a Monday and it rained and was super cold here.
Yeah, same here. I mean, I worked last night and it came in real cold and it rained as well.
It's snowing in Kansas. My husband called
Yeah, I
me just
saw.
bitching.
I gotta say I saw. And then, it's kind of weird because you got Colorado that's on fire, and with all the cold air and snow, you would think that it would at least help some. But I mean, I
Mm-mm.
don't know.
Nope.
Mother Nature is not to be played with. I respect her. Let
Oh,
her be, whatever she want to do. Hey, I ain't got no gripes. Do what
she
you
gonna
do.
do what she wants to do, and that's that.
Right.
Go ahead
And
and
then nothing.
go question her, and it's gonna get 10 times worse. Hold on one
Exactly.
second. My mic is looking like super blurry, so let me see if I can
You
find
see your
something
mic?
to. Or I mean my camera.
I
All
said, well,
right.
you're like
I was gonna say, I'm a moron. Why test it? I'm a moron.
anyway,
Hey, I admit it. My character defects are way bigger than my mouth.
okay. There you
Little
go.
better, little better. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Um,
Right, Quiet Storm, including yourself.
tomorrow, we go for the full power of attorney and everything for my mom.
Okay.
She is getting so far gone that yeah.
Uh-oh.
I don't know how many of the ladies in here saw the movie The Notebook.
You're starting to break up a little bit.
Okay. I don't know how many ladies or gentlemen in here saw the movie The Notebook. If you did, can you just put a 1 in the chat so I know to either not talk about it or say something?
Now, what is it about? I'm about to take a look at it real quick.
Okay, The Notebook is based on two people who were madly in love, and as they got older, she got dementia, and
Okay.
1 minute she would know him and then she wouldn't. He
Okay.
would have to introduce her to his kids, and she would act like she was just a neighbor.
Okay.
And sometimes when he would go visit, she would scream and get violent, and because she didn't know him no more, the
Quick
love of her
question.
life. Okay,
Quick question. A sidebar for a second. Is that a novel by Nicholas Sparks?
I think so, but they made it into a movie.
Yes, I see it. 2004 film.
Yeah, and that's really not how it goes. That was more love story with a little bit of truth and a lot of fiction.
Okay.
My mom is getting violent. She's
Oh God.
getting like 20 seconds of reality, and then the rest is like no holds barred. Rawr.
Okay.
So tomorrow when we go, and I don't know how this is going to work out, but
This is it right
it's,
here. Can you see it?
yeah, that's it.
Okay. everybody,
But
if you want to check it out, the Notebook, um, especially if you want to get more of an
yeah,
insight on dementia, mental health, and being in love. Um,
yeah, and they had all these children together, and then there's grandchildren. How do you explain that grandma is gone? You can see grandma, but grandma's not there. I see my mother, but her eyes are so hollow. It's almost like this monster inside of her has just blocked her off from all reality. She called me at 1 o'clock in the morning just to let me know that once again she should have aborted. And
oh,
yeah. So all I could say to her is, I'm like, why didn't you? Why didn't you? She's like, I don't know.
that's not
And
her though.
I know. And I
That's
said, well, you don't have to be mean about it. And she's
right.
like, you never loved me anyway, and hung up on me. I'm like, okay, fine. Fine, fine.
Yeah, I mean, and I understand too because it's like when you're going
Mm-hmm.
through certain things. I had certain situations with my mom as well. Of hearing things and seeing things, and you know,
Yeah.
um, I even went through a episode with my mom. She suffered with schizophrenia and dementia, and before she passed, and one time, um, and I was taking care of her, and basically seeing demons. She always used to talk about demons all the time. And one time she burnt me with a fork on my back of my shoulder, back of my arm, when I was asleep, because she said she thought she saw a demon on me, you know. And it's like
Yeah.
it's real hard to grasp that when you
Yeah.
know that they're there, but they're not there, and it's nothing you can do to help. You and it's like you try to reason with somebody that doesn't have a clue of what's going on. It becomes
Right.
very frustrating, very, very frustrating, and it's like,
It's
um,
like in my head, I'm like, you know what? Let this monster come out. I'm gonna whoop its ass, and it'll never hurt my mama again.
right,
But don't
right,
it don't work that way.
no,
I mean, I'll go get in a bar fight, and I'll get that problem out the way. But
right,
when it's something you can't see, you can't fight.
yeah,
It's
and
like a
it's
form of
taking
a cancer.
yeah, and it's taking over the loved one that you care about, and it's like
Yeah.
again, it's almost like you say, like cancer is like
Right.
when you watch your loved one that's going through something and you can't do anything about it, you feel so helpless that it becomes a guilt almost.
Okay, well, let me also put it this way too. It has had such a toll on me
Right.
that my husband and I talk. We talk every day.
Hmm.
I am forcing myself to be able to talk shit, okay?
Right.
Because mentally I'm on empty. I'm draining. And I am so afraid when I get home that things aren't going to be good.
I was just about without trying to pry. I was going to ask you,
Yeah.
how everything is going. Um, um, but let
I'm
me let me let me ask you this: before you left home,
mhm.
um, with dealing with everything on the outside without being so close now, how with the ups and downs, how did it affect you with her mental health and your relationship, and sometimes your sex with your husband?
um the drives are always there with him and I. The chemistry is amazing.
Right.
Uh his biggest fear, and I hadn't thought of this. His biggest fear is that I get so consumed with what's going on with her because I can't help. There is nothing I can do then other than write her name on her clothes, and that's all I can do.
Right.
He's worried that I'm gonna bring this whole shitstorm home and feel guilt and remorse to where I'm gonna go on shutdown. I'm gonna go on shutdown.
I mean, but he
And
knows
it's
you though. But he knows
yeah.
you. You know.
Well, I asked him to order me a case of ginseng because once you're over 50, certain herbs and vitamins will help increase your drive. And for me, it's ginseng. It's a little bottle with a
Yeah, I know.
straw.
I like that. I like ginseng.
Yeah, it's good for men too. And actually,
Yeah.
it's good. It's good for men to stop, like, because men get it too. Breast cancer.
Right.
And it's if you are a female who is on any kind of medication like Zoloft, Xanax, any kind of mental health, you will find yourself lactating, but that
Okay.
ginseng will stop it.
Okay.
So
Yeah, I'm
I
gonna get into the medications in a little bit down the road there. But
excuse me
I,
one second.
go ahead.
Whoops, I hit the wrong button. Hold on. I have to go potty.
Okay. Go ahead. But yes. Um mental health, when you're dealing with it, even if you're dealing with yourself directly or indirectly with, your significant other or, family member or your kid, you know what I mean? Sometimes can take up a lot of your, um, it can take up a lot of your mental, what the word I'm looking for? It can take a lot out of you, mentally, spiritually. Um, you will feel with the help, not able to help the person that the people that you care about. You will feel like a big ball of shame, guilt. Sometimes you even get mad, you get angry, because it's like, and it's nothing against the person because again, there's something that you can't control, but we're also human beings. And it sounds sometimes kind of selfish, um, especially when people who don't understand it or what's going on. Um, it can really, really put, a dark cloud over you. Um, and with that being said, that plays into a lot of our lives, our everyday lives, especially when it comes to our partners, our spouses, our significant others, like if you have mental instability and you're taking medications, that can play into your physical, which is for women. And I'm not a woman, so I only going off of what I read, from what I heard. It be yeah, don't feel more of getting into it. Also dryness and stuff like that. And for men, they have like what's that, ED, erectile dysfunction, for some of the medications, because some of them are downers and some are uppers, in that particular type of form. With the mental medication inside with these other drugs, can still play a big part of not having a healthy sexual relationship upon your overall relationship. And that's why I wanted to talk about this tonight, because everybody has some type of form. Some are more, and some are less. Just how you deal with it and how you um, try to get past and coping with it. Um, Also, with mental health, you have it destroys families. Because sometimes some people they feel, especially when it comes to spouses and stuff like that, um, one spouse feel that that's their parent and they want to take care of them, and regardless of who they are, or who they with, which can be unfair but still be fair. And I say that is because that you have situations that, and you see a lot of moms are attached to their mom. You have guys who are attached to their mom as well. But sometimes, in a lot of relationships that the spouse don't get along with the other spouse's parent, so but and then when they have some type of mental breakdown as they get older, again, a child's not going, a lot of times, not going to see their parents out the street, and they're not going to see them or trust them to be in certain nursing homes and stuff like that. So they take care upon themselves and take care of themselves. And it does bother, even though you try to keep everything separate, it still bother your it still plays a big part in your family. Whoa,
I uh the
is that
family
you?
the
I can't
family
hear
guy.
you.
Wait, did I mute myself? Unmute. Can you hear me now? Hello.
Whoa, I can't hear you. It's like, okay, I should be back. But it can play a very big part in your life. Um, and are we and it's like you become this target in the middle. It's like a war in your family. You know what I mean? It's like because the person who brought you into this world,
Hmm.
you still respect and care and love, but then you
Hmm.
have this your spouse, which is the part of your family as well, which you have kids or you don't, but this is a person that you have a life with, and you know um,
Right.
made a commitment of being with them, through thick
But
and thin.
when you become the parent of your parent, the whole family dynamic changes.
Yeah,
And
do.
that's when you get to see the true colors
Of your
of
spouse
your of your thank God
and
my
your go ahead.
you and your siblings.
Right,
It's like 50 shades of hyena,
right.
and for me, it's been very hurtful. I have never fought so much with them. It's insane.
Yeah.
Just it's just been like a bloodbath. And thank God I have a little YouTube backbone now.
Hmm.
And I have been applying some of the nastiness I have seen on here.
Right.
And yeah, I'm trying to charge my dad's. He thinks he's super cool.
Hmm.
Flip phone.
Let me ask you this: is your mom and dad still together, or they separated?
No, they've been divorced for probably 40 plus years. And
Okay.
they hate each other. But
Okay.
he supports me in this journey to help my mother. He
Okay.
knows he knows how I am. I'm one of those no matter how mean or cruel you are,
Hmm.
I will be right there for you.
Gotcha. Gotcha. And most times you do have that, but without prying, let me ask you this: um, Was there any moments that of trying to be there for your mom or your dad that your husband disagreed, or where it played a part in your relationship of you didn't want to be affectionate and stuff like that because you felt. Oh, go ahead.
Attacked.
Yes.
Yeah. He knows the way I live is my God comes before everything,
Hmm.
and then my husband, and then my family.
Okay.
And yeah, he and I had gotten into it because he's like, "Where are you?" Up
Right.
here. And I was still at home. He's like, "Robin, you're turning into something that I don't know." And I'm like, "Baby, it's not on purpose. It truly is not on purpose.
Hmm.
I would never do anything to jeopardize my marriage, like ever."
Right.
And he's like, "You're changing, you're getting more angry." So I called a doctor and I called a therapist because I am not going to allow myself to get sucked in entirely. Um, I have a great life. I have a wonderful life.
Hmm.
Yeah, I may be broke as shit, but I have a good life. And I have a great sex life. And so I'm going to have to take steps to cover, I guess, this traumatic experience.
Okay. Okay. Now, no, let's raise it up a little bit. Um, now, um, some people are not able to perform when their mind is, I would say,
And
clouded and is filled with so much of
racetrack,
yes. So,
yeah.
and one thing I would say, and I don't want to say that I'm pointing fingers, but you hear it a lot. A lot of times, women will still perform with their spouse, significant others,
And it's
but
fake. And it's
but
fake.
they're not all there when they're performing it.
Oh, no.
And
No, you know where they're at? Here's where they're at. Did I turn the coffee pot off? Did I put the dryer sheets in? Did I turn off the light in the garage?
mhm,
Just we're there, but we're not. And I think that's where skin time should come into play.
okay,
You be as intimate as you can, because that skin time is very important,
okay,
and it will give you like the endorphins and all of that you need to perform better, no matter
okay,
what the circumstance.
okay.
And I don't know if that's just like me either, but skin time is very, very important. It is super
Now,
duper
let me ask you this: with the skin time, is that just just
touching.
touching?
No, it's touching. It's even if you want to do the spooning bullshit, which I'm not a big fan of. I like the massage part, that skin time. I like the playing with his hair. I just the touch.
Okay, so affection.
You know, yeah, and I mean even right down to taking your hands and you touch the face, you do the outline of the lips, of the nose, just let him know, even with your fingertips, you could be so sexual, it ain't funny, and still keep
Mhm,
all that racetrack away.
okay.
I'm pretty sure your chat's thinking I should be a qualified 5150 right now. But
No, no, no. I mean, again, I said right beforehand before you came up, a lot of stuff. You have a lot of knowledge, and
yeah,
you bring a lot to the table, and you're going through the experiences on the topic I'm talking about. So, of course,
right.
I'm gonna go to the person that who
Yeah,
is mostly experienced it, because it's no better than going to a person who's not living it, or who's not
right.
don't even imagine what it can be like.
Well,
You can
here's
get good answers, but you can't get the answers that people who's actually doing it, because I guarantee you a lot of
right,
times it's going to come back opposite from what the person
right.
who imagined it could be.
Well, here's the other thing. I had given a suggestion to my husband. I said, I I think in this instant I'm gonna have to learn to be submissive, and I'm
Okay.
gonna need him to take control, not so much to be a dominant, but to keep me in a good place, to keep me from dwelling on the reality of what is going on.
Hmm.
Hi, everyone in chat that I didn't say hi to, because again, this is it's a touch and go. When it comes down to family, you want to protect your parents,
Right.
but sometimes you just can't.
Ooh.
And I think that is the biggest frustration. And it does affect your real life. It does affect your intimacy. And it will outright make you crazy unless you have strong communication with your
Hmm.
mate and you're willing to be completely and totally brutally honest.
Hmm.
Who is that? Say hi for me.
But see, let me ask you this though.
Huh.
Now, when you have like the like the intimacy part. Now, when again, you like you said, you have communication with your partner, but then you
Mhm.
still, like say, like you've been gone for a while, for instance, right? Now,
Right.
when you get back home, of course, he's going to be, happy to see you and this and that. But
Oh,
with
he's gonna
most
be a
guys, but
horn
with most
dog.
yeah, well, most exactly. That's most men. They don't see nobody in a long time. They automatically will like say, first get all the formalities out of the way. The hug, kisses, and how's everything going. But
Yeah.
yeah, he's gonna be ready
Um.
to get down to the nitty gritty. But it's also it's the part of understanding compassion with dealing with a situation that unique like yours. Um,
Yeah.
how?
He's gonna have to use baby steps and kid gloves with me. That's why I said
Yeah, okay,
I,
that's
I
what I'm
would
getting to.
I would I would prefer him put me in a submissive role
Okay,
to where I listen to him and him only,
okay,
whether it be, sexually, whether it be in reality, like go mow the lawn, go do this, go do that, and the reward will be intimacy.
okay,
For me, that's like bait. He was so worried about me being a flight risk that, yeah,
okay. I mean, what do you mean by a flight risk, though?
that I'm a runner. I've always been afraid of being dominated. And he came along and he kind of walked me through that being a submissive, you're held up like a queen.
Okay,
And yeah, and it's a lot to take in, it's a lot to understand. And
Yeah, I'm glad that you brought that up when we have um a expert that definitely can get us the information in that
right,
particular area of that. Miss Libra Butterfly, can you come on down? You're the next contestant,
I love her name.
and you can shed some light on um, of the being dominant in a situation. And but see, this is the thing for like with people who don't know, dealing with certain situations like this, a unique situation like this, which happens a lot. You know what I mean? In everybody's household. If it's from family to dealing with work, because even working in a mental facility, you know what I mean? You have people, you dealing with patients that have, some of them you're going to become attached to, and that just still can kind of affect you, when you go home. You know what I mean? Almost like a police officer who's seen a kid, get killed in a car, and that does something. That's why a lot of officers drink and do drugs, because some of the stuff that they see, so how in a relationship, how do you like for instance, in your situation, um, that he becomes dominant to approach you for um, having sex and stuff like that, and you receiving it. Hey, Coco.
Howdy.
um, can you shed us some light on how like in the mental well, for one, whew, I'm just imagining, in your head. I mean, if I were able to plug my console cable or my Cat 6 and just plug into your head and able to download on how you be so strong, man, I would definitely do that if it was
Um,
capable.
bless your heart.
Um, because you've been through a whole lot, and again, get her book. It tells a lot. I mean, yeah. Anyway,
Ciao, Sarah.
um, you still there? Okay.
Yeah, I hit the wrong button. Hi, sweetheart.
But can you shed some light on, with you having dealt with both, your mental capacity of dealing with the most strenuous situations and still able to separate that for the person that you care for? How do you cope, and how do you um, be dominated or dominating to a person dealing with those type of situations
Whew.
to
Yeah,
keep it at a level of balancing your relationship with your significant other?
it goes back to trust.
And
Okay.
communication.
It could be right. Trust and communication. And you have to be able to know that when it's all said and done, that you are on the same level, that you have the same goal in mind. Because
Hmm.
if one has the mindset to do, let's just say, go left, but you want to go right, that's not going to work. You
Yeah,
understand
true.
what I'm saying?
True.
Um, to me, trust has to develop first.
Okay.
And then when she said communication, we have to make sure that we're speaking the same language because
Yeah,
my stopping point may not be your stopping point.
Right, and
right.
that's why I'm bringing this up exactly. And
Mhm.
and I just want everybody who's watching the video, who's in the live, who maybe have not been in this situation, but they can relate to it, but then don't understand how. Like, hey, I've been there myself, and also like dealing with with my parents and spouse, with situations back then, of the difference of trying to keep your significant other uh,
Right.
at a good area with you, even though there's tension. Hey, there
Okay.
go my youngest son right there.
I see.
Hello, Mr. Tyrell, or Mini Tyrell.
Howdy.
Um, yeah, if you don't have open channel of communications, no holds barred, and you have the freedom to speak freely,
Mm-hmm.
it ain't gonna work.
Right.
That means there is no trust. I trust you is a better term than I love you, because once you lose credibility, nothing else matters.
Right, right. That is so true.
And he is trusting me. I've been here over a month, and he is trusting me. Okay, the recluse. I am the combative. If you get me out in public and a gentleman says anything off color to me, I'm
Mhm.
going off. I'm going off.
Okay.
One, you do not disrespect my husband, my marriage, or me.
Right,
I don't play that game.
right.
And one of the biggest things is guys think that if they find out your husband is in a different state or country, oh, you're fair game. No,
Hmm.
sir. Not happening.
What's so crazy about that too, and not to get off topic, but you find it a lot that people, some reason in this day and time, and I spoke about this before, that they're more attracted to people who's attached than people who are not.
Hmm.
And I mean, and that's just crazy to me. I
It's.
don't get that.
I think it's disgusting. That's just my opinion.
Yeah, I mean, again, and then I mean, they're actually making songs and stuff about it. But anyway, go back to, well, let me finish up with this too. That's my son right there. He the one who created my avatar, and he's of age. He's 22, so he's of
Cool.
age to be on here. But he created mine and a few other content creator um, avatars as well.
That's wonderful. You think you can make one of like a bald chick?
Yeah, he can make them all. And we'll talk.
Okay.
But back on subject. Again, I understand that you do have, if you have a good relationship with your partner, a lot of times they will be understanding and compassionate
Oh
of your
yeah.
situation. But then, through the course of time of being human, some things is not going to be great. Some things is definitely going to wear down, especially on your partner. And then you're trying to
Yeah.
balance between your
Hmm.
parent, whoever have this mental condition or that person they self. You have to balance that with, or try to balance that with your significant other, and
Right.
it can be very hard, and sometimes it will make you want to give up. It's one of the things that if you don't already have a strong bond with your partner, um, a lot of times it can go left. I mean, all types of things start happening. You can be
Right.
lacking in a situation of giving the same um, love and giving them affection and stuff like that, and that could fiddle into the psyche of your partner that they feeling
Right.
neglected,
Well,
and
not only
some
that, some will try to carry your burden, which only hurts them.
right, right, and it still can become strenuous on your relationship.
Mr. Anthony, I got to thank you for being there from the beginning of this journey, and all the love and blessings and just support. You mean the world to me, sir. Just
That's no
wanted you to
problem.
know.
Thank you. It's just
Because
that's just who I am.
you were there when I broke down and I was in disbelief. Like, they're saying Mama's got dementia, and I just couldn't wrap my brain around it.
Right.
And you were right there, like God's angel on the spot to say, no, 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 no. We're not gonna feel sorry. We're gonna be strong.
Yeah. I
So
mean, because that's the best way we can deal with situations. I try to with everybody I care about. I try
welcome
to
back,
be a
300.
rock.
Yeah,
I try to be a rock for everybody who's going through a tragic time. If any, and I'm not one of those. If a lot of people already know. I know Coco know, and a couple other people know in here that if you're going through something, I'm not one of them people that actually say, "Hey, if anything you need, I'm there to help."
right.
Because a lot of people say it, don't really mean it. You know what I mean? You put them on the spot,
Yeah,
and you take them up on it. A lot of times they don't. They just saying that just to say good words just to say it, but I'm
right.
not that person. I'm that person that I dive, head in first, like,
Yeah,
hey, what you need me for? Well, I mean, okay, well, I can do this or I can do that,
right.
if that can help you in a situation, then hey, boom. I
Right,
don't know. It's
right,
just in my nature. I just do that for people I care about.
right. Um, I do have to say something, and it is the honest to God's truth. Miss Coco's avatar is simply stunning.
That's her book. You know that, right?
No, I did not
Yeah.
Thank
know.
you. Thank
Yep.
you.
That's
It
her
is
book.
it is stunning.
You gotta get. Matter of fact, I'm gonna
Can we
surprise
link
you.
it? Can we link it or put it in the private?
She have it. It's on Amazon. Go ahead, Coco. I'm talking for you right here.
You just so what? It's like
Hey,
Act
hey,
like it's my book.
I will egg on a shameless plug in a heartbeat. Trust that.
I,
Okay.
um, it's on Amazon. It's under my government name, and the only reason
Okay.
why I don't promote it as much as I should is because for some reason, people on YouTube this thing where they get your government name and they start.
Uh,
Yeah, they
yeah.
and my family is connected in so many ways that I won't put that havoc on them. So, uh,
Right.
yeah.
Yeah,
Hmm.
Right.
understood.
Yeah.
Understood.
Just stick it in the private chat, and please know it'll stay with me.
Okay.
Right now, I'm listening and actually having to take care of my 92-year-old
Yeah,
mother.
300
Three
there.
three
Yeah.
hundred. You got my heart, baby. You got
Yes,
my
I
heart.
definitely take my hat off to you. Hey, Ashley, thank you for coming
Hi,
by.
Ashley.
Ashley, hey girl.
Yeah, y'all need to check out Ashley Lucas, man. She's another phenomenal artist, man. She does nails, and I mean when she does nails,
I
she
just got
does.
mine done.
Oh, those nice.
Well, I just got them plain because my job won't let me have like polish,
Gotcha.
no
But
color.
she actually creates nails, like with sugar and stuff. I mean, you go check her out. She's really cool. She just did some Halloween nails that was really nice, and I was asking her that if she started making those nails that like the ones they have in the packets and stuff like that,
Yeah,
that you can send out because they looked so nice. I wanted my daughter to have some, again.
yeah.
But yeah, check out Ashley Lucas. She's very very nice. She's a very very
Okay.
sweetheart. Don't get it twisted though. That's like the most of
Okay.
us. We're the nicest of people, but yeah, definitely will blow up like the monster. Trust and believe. It ain't a game. I actually don't have no problem pulling up, but she's a real real sweetheart. I mean, very
I
very
know.
kind, very
Uh,
very nice.
Me and Ashley, we was trying to figure out, and we still maybe can, because that's my maiden name is Lucas, and there's
Okay,
not a lot of Lucases, and it's just a whole lot of similarities. So, and I'm still meeting my family. My
okay.
family is
I
so
think we
so
all
so
are
big.
now.
Yeah,
I,
I'm still meeting my family, so we might be kin. So hey, cuz.
Hey, never know.
But yeah, with all the technology and what we have today, it's almost opened up a new world to the possibilities of knowing and tracing your roots back, to
Right.
where you come from.
And I did that 23andMe and I
Yeah.
did the ancestry because well, I had called bullshit on one.
Hmm.
And then when the second one came back with almost the same results, I
Yep.
felt like crap.
Mhm.
Yeah, I felt kind of weird about it myself because I did the same thing with both.
Yeah.
And me being the darkest out of my sisters, my kids, other family members, I'm the darkest. Um, and what's so crazy about it is I have more European in my blood than I have European and Irish in my blood than I have uh, African descent. So it's
Well,
only like maybe 13% of African in my blood. It's just weird how, and like you said, at first I called it BS, but when I got it from the second one, a different one,
right.
it said the same thing. And I was like,
Well,
well, I guess it must be true.
I, when I found out that I was a Moroccan Jew
Hmm.
from Northern Africa,
Oh,
I am like, are you kidding me?
right.
And it ain't bad or nothing, but it's like, well, that explains a lot about me.
Yeah.
I this will
Your
sound strange.
traditional,
I,
um,
taking care of my own, taking care of my family. They come first. Um,
mhm.
and then that magnetic personality I have towards the African American culture, not so much the African culture, like over there. Um, and it does explain my ever growing library of my and love of Motown. So
I'm not mad at you. Motown is all right.
yeah, but yeah, and then I'm Native American 5%, and they're
Sorry about
trying.
that. I was talking to my daughter again. My apologies.
Well, they're trying to get me to claim that Indian check, and that's worse than claiming welfare because you have to do certain things that no. You have to travel and go to powwows and that. If I want to have a powwow, I'm gonna come on YouTube and do this.
Hmm.
That's my
Right.
powwow.
Well, I did about an hour ago. I came out and did a powwow because certain people, when certain situations, sometimes you listen to them, but then, and especially if you've been listening to them for a long time, and then you start noticing they start to change and they be
Right.
going in a negative direction, and they always have something to say about something about a person that they don't care
Yeah.
for. I get that part. I understand that part. That's fine. But when
Right.
you started putting innocent people and like it's innocent like
In
children into it,
danger.
then
Yeah.
that's when not only because for one, you being a person, you representing this platform as same as me. You know,
Right.
when they look at certain people like us being the platform, almost same case as you,
Right.
Astara, dealing with those over there, Tonka Truck and them over there.
Oh
They like,
yeah.
oh, the beef sector. We can't deal with people over there in the beef sector, blah, 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 this and this and that.
But here's the thing, I
It
don't
bothers
cause
me. It
it.
really bothers me.
And then how do you out white somebody?
Right.
I still can't wrap my brain around it. A white girl got mad because I have African American friends and I'm like trying to steal her friends or out white her. I'm
Right.
like, what the you know?
Right. I mean, it's just people be doing too much. I
Yeah,
mean, more than they need. I mean, it's good to have expression. It's good to have
yeah,
the right to express your thoughts, but don't become
right.
obsessive. You know what I mean? Because it gets dangerous when you become obsessive.
How
It gets
how
very
how
dangerous.
many weeks did they bring you, me, and Lovely? We were their whole content.
Right,
Oh, and Simply.
right.
Yeah, we
Oh
were
well,
the
you know,
content.
I turned it upside down over there. They don't even like to see me coming at all.
Can
Oh,
I
they got me blocked.
can I share a story?
Go ahead. Yeah. I'm
Okay.
sorry. We keep always getting sidebar, but
No,
yeah.
that's okay. That's okay because I'm just sitting back listening. But I wanted to share a story. So I was I want to say third, fourth grade, one of the two, and I got into a fight at school. I'm very when I take school very serious. When I go to school, I like
Yeah.
seeing A's on my paper. Okay, so I'm just
Same here.
I know when it comes to that, I like to see, A's. So anyway, this young lady, for some reason, just didn't like me, and that's okay. You may not
Mhm.
like everybody, but anyway, the teacher told me to go up to the and check the hallway, go up to the door and check the hallway so we can go to lunch. And I said, okay. So I was walking, wasn't paying no attention, because you don't think nobody's gonna do nothing to you as you go to the door. So as I was going to the door, she stuck her foot out and I tripped. And when I tripped, I hit my head on the concrete on the floor.
Oh God.
And immediately I got angry. I didn't even cry. I just got angry. And
Yeah,
I
that
got
was
up
me.
and I started beating this girl up so bad. I wrapped her ponytails around both of my hands and
Hmm.
just started commencing to hit her head on the door. Okay.
Hmm.
So anyway, it went down from there. The teachers came and grabbed me. They slammed me into the locker. Now, like I said, I'm in third or fourth grade. They
Hmm.
slammed me into the locker and everything. They paddled me. They did all this without calling my mom or anything. Okay. I said all that to
That's
this. They made it mandatory. I had to go and see a psychiatrist before I could really come back in the classroom and go to school because they felt like there was too much aggression for a little kid to have. Okay.
wow.
But when I went to the psychiatrist, one, I didn't know what to think. Okay. And when I went to the psychiatrist and she began to evaluate me, and I make fun of it now. It's not funny, but I make fun of it now because I said, it's funny. I like butterflies. I said, but when I went to the psychiatrist, everything she showed me was a butterfly. It was just either crazy, creepy, or, something.
Right.
Thing showed up as a butterfly, but it was just just ridiculously crazy. So anyway, but
Love you. Good night.
what nobody realized at the time was I had a lot of anger in me due
Pardon, Daddy.
Left the game on.
Okay, thank you.
I had a lot of anger in me due to what was going on in my life. That's
Hmm.
what they didn't nobody questioned, like, well, why is she so angry? you know
Right. Right.
And not that I shouldn't have whooped the little girl, because I should have, but I realized that I had went overboard as a kid, but I
Mhm.
just could not stop myself from, just like just going off. So I said all that to say, you asked a part of the question earlier, what keeps my mental, or how did I go through all of that? It's because I learned at an early age, and don't get me wrong, I'm not perfect, but I learned at an early age to put everything in this perspective. If
Mhm.
I'm mad at you, I'm going to be mad at you. I'm
Mhm.
not going to be
Right.
mad at a Stara and take it out on you.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? And a lot of people
Oh,
do that. Or if I'm mad at the fact, okay, say my husband, say he left the socks on the floor again. Well,
Mhm.
if I say, well, there you go, leave the socks on the floor again. I'm not gonna say you left the socks on the floor. Oh yeah, and 2 weeks ago you left the daggone, and then 3 months ago you see what I'm saying.
right.
Yeah.
And that's how we don't stay in the moment. If you stay in the moment, then once you deal with that situation, you don't have to deal with it no more.
Yeah,
So
but
that's
but you know what though, I totally agree with that. But a lot of people is not programmed that way. Not saying that is right or wrong. It's just like
It, it,
everybody have a different
it's
way of thinking and how to process situations. You know what I mean? And that's why we're on here because I'm trying to get a perspective of everyone who goes through this, because I just went through my situation with my mom before she passed, and through the years it has played a part in my life,
It's
relationships
primal.
and sex and stuff like that. It's
It's
not
our.
it was not I was not getting sex, but the sex wasn't to me meaningful because I wasn't giving my all. I was just keeping my partner happy, keeping my spouse happy, because that's what she wanted to do. But in my mind, I felt some type of way. Like first, I was getting angry, and then I would feel like, oh well, even though it was a communication there, you can't stop sometimes the way you feel about a situation.
But
You know
here's
what I
the
mean?
thing. In the meantime, you got shafted and it made you feel some kind of way because if there's not reciprocation, it's a one-way street.
Right.
Right,
It's
Right.
not.
right.
And
And
see,
that's
but
what I'm getting at. Go ahead.
I think a lot of differences when it comes to me and other people. Sarah, you may not know, so I'm going to briefly hit this and be done with it. Going through years, I started being molested at the age of 8. So even when I told my grandmother about me being molested, it was told that it was my fault. Okay. So I had to go through years of still getting good grades, still being the top athlete, or still whatever it is that I had to do. I had to do that and still be molested. So I
Mhm.
learned how to compartmentalize, if that's what you want to call it. And I learned how to be angry at who was doing that to me, and I was angry with the adults that didn't protect me. You understand
Right,
what I'm saying? But I still had to function as if nothing was going on. So
right.
I look at that, and what I did is stood on top of that. Now that was enough to make you crazy, but
Okay.
I stood on top of that and I conquered it. I'm like, okay, well, since I had to do this to survive all these years, I'm gonna keep doing this because it has helped me become who I am. And so when I tell people, and I know I tell people, my stories or whatever, and they be like, "Ain't no way in the world." I'm like, "You see the results in front of you. There is no way in the world that everything mentally that went on, I should be sitting here having a sound conversation with you. There is no way in the world I should be a doctor. You understand what I'm saying? I should have never graduated. I should have never went to college all the times that I went. I should have never been what I am now, but I am. And
But
that's because
why not
I
though?
took
That's my question. Why not?
because with everything that I went through, it was designed to kill me in one facet or another. It was either supposed to kill my mind or kill me physically.
or
Or make
kill
you stronger.
or kill the perspective of a
There you go.
future you had.
Yes, yes.
Mm,
There you go. There you go.
okay.
And I beat it.
Okay, if we're gonna share, I
Come on.
have nothing to hide. I don't give a rat's ass about these YouTube people who run their mouth and they'll take bits and pieces of this,
Mhm.
twist it around, iron it out, re-roll it, and then throw it up in the fucking air like we've done something wrong.
Facts. Come
Yeah.
on.
I've been through that with Coco when she lost her daughter,
Yes.
and people was coming back and saying all types of stuff, that stealing money and all
Yeah.
types of crazy. Which it didn't bother me. It's just the fact that
But it pissed me off.
it opened my eyes up to a lot of stuff. But I had nothing to hide. You know what I mean? I showed
Right,
Coco everything, and and on top of I did what I was supposed to do.
right,
And that would hold her back for anything that she needed, so she don't have to worry about it.
Right.
right.
And that's that.
And I made a disclaimer today about you. I told everybody, let me tell you something. I said, Anthony will forever be my buddy for life. The only way
Right,
me and him is going to ever part ways, stop speaking, or whatever is if we decide to. It's not going to be because everybody has an issue.
right,
I said, because when people are there for me, especially the way that he was there for me, man, no,
right.
that gave him a part with me for life. And that's the truth. So, like I said, I don't, when I heard when he was telling me that people thought he was stealing the money and stuff, that pissed me off because I'm like, wait a minute, because he was trying to do that so I can focus on my daughter, focus on my kids and stuff
Right.
like that. And for somebody to take it and make it bad, You know,
And
like
you know that's how they do shit because
right.
they have no fucking life.
And
Thank
see,
you.
let me say this. Let me say this, and I appreciate you, Coco and a star, but let me say this. In that situation, um, and to make it very clear, was that when I was trying to help with donating money and also getting money for her to help with anything she needed for her daughter, the
Right.
mix up was she was going through a lot. And I was not trying to be bothersome. I was trying to just get the information to where it could be sent to. And while time was going on, I made a cash app for that particular
Yes.
reason. And
Hmm.
then when she created, when she was able to come and bring, the right information, you know, then it would look like it was two. And which I understand it could be look like as a mistake and stuff like that because it was. And I brought out it was a mistake, but I took it upon myself. I even communicated with her before behind the scenes, I communicated with her what everything I was doing from day one. And yeah, a lot of people didn't know that. You know what I mean? So um this again, like I said earlier today, be mindful of the situation before you jump out and say stuff. Look and get all the facts before you come at people. Because you're going to look like the ass at the end. You
Right.
know, and just facts. And I mean, and people stop being so invested into a situation. Stop trying to, people who think people's lives is puzzles, and you're gonna see the whole picture. You're never gonna see a whole picture with anybody on here or in your own life unless you're around them 24/7. That's
Right.
even your own kids. You can't map out what's gonna happen. You
Right.
can get an idea, but it's not gonna be because you say.
Right. That's right. Hmm.
It's just crazy.
It is. It is.
And I was trying to,
Okay, you ready?
and I said the very thing I didn't want to do was talk about that.
It's
Anyway,
okay. It's okay.
I want to go back. Now, Coco, I want to get you in the hot seat for a second.
Oh Lord. Okay.
All right, it's not a real bad hot seat. It's
Okay.
basically walking through your life again,
Okay.
and just trying to get an understanding for people who don't know. Now, I understand what you just said just a few minutes ago that you know how to separate,
Mhm.
all the stress and all the bad things that happen to you.
Mhm.
But I guess my big question is when you start to get into relationships, did with your everything that's going on in your head,
Mhm.
people who hurt you, uh, have that ever transpired to your relationship, um of you keeping a relationship, getting into a relationship, and how did it work sexually as well, uh, dealing with all the things that has happened to you. Even I understand the thing with the trust, but sometimes you can trust a person that actually who wronged you. But when you go into another situation, um, of the unknown, how does that make you be so open to getting into that?
Okay. Hmm.
Excuse me.
You asked me some loaded questions. Let me see. I can answer it like this. First, let me start like this. There is only one person that I dated that I can honestly say I would never date again, and that every other person I've dated still wants to date me to this day. Okay,
Mm,
because I don't burn any bridges, and I am upfront about whatever you ask. If you ask me, I'm gonna tell you. Now, there has been one incident to where, before I really started allowing myself to heal, and I thought I
right.
was healed, where there was a touch that went across my body that made me think back of one of the horrific things that happened to me. And
Mhm.
that forced me to open up to tell what I was not ready to tell at the time. But sometimes you may not be ready, but it may be the time. So I had to go on
Hold
and
up.
be open.
Hold
Uh,
up.
hmm?
No, I had a question. Oh no, what? Sorry. Go ahead.
Okay. What a lot of people don't understand is the post traumatic stress disorder we endured as children.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, it will manifest. We will try to stuff it and hide it,
Yes.
but it's just like being a drug addict. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
once it happens to you, you'll always have it somewhere.
Okay.
There'll be a smell, a touch, a
Right.
word.
Right.
There's triggers.
Mm-hmm.
And
Right.
I go through them constantly, but I've learned to say it's not happening anymore. It's not real.
Okay.
And
Yeah.
see,
It does.
and as far as
Good.
that part, I don't go through that anymore. I used to, but I don't go through that anymore. Now,
I
that's not to
still
say that I never will again, but I'm just
Mhm.
saying as of that part because that's one reason I went into counseling because I wanted to be the one who helped hurting people. Because
Mhm.
when
yeah,
I endured it, I didn't have nobody that was as open as I am. I'm open and unashamed because I
Mhm.
feel like whatever I went through, it was not just for me; it was for whoever else.
Right.
So
there are so many of us out there
yes.
who remain silent,
Mhm.
and it's
Right. And this
killing
is
them.
why. And this is why I
And
wanted to have this open platform
it
for this.
applies to men as well.
Yes, it do. It does. It does. It definitely does. You
So
know.
I am, some people say, I cannot believe you tell your stories like it. I mean, you just because you know what? It keeps my mind clear.
Right.
It keeps me clear. You understand? And plus I feel like it's again, if I've been through it and I conquered it, why not tell it? Why not
Right.
tell it? And
Because you can help the next person.
right. And so I don't get the faces mixed up, anymore. Like there was times I would be dating someone and like she said, the smell or the touch or whatever, and you like, and you have to get it together, like, okay, no, this is not the
Yeah.
person,
Yeah,
this
the
is not
best
the
for
place.
you.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so yeah.
Yeah.
And I just always say I'm just gonna be true to me. If I like something, I like it. If I don't, I don't. There you go.
Right.
Oh, I got a quick sidebar too for Coco.
Okay.
Because of your dead skins, one, it ain't a Super Bowl. That's all.
No, whatever.
Okay. Well, I was raped at 11.
Oh my
Oh
goodness.
God.
I'm sorry.
My mother's husband, my stepfather, got drunk. I was 11. I couldn't fight back. Tried to scratch, tried to bite. He was so strong. And I couldn't do anything. I was helpless. When he came for me again,
Mm.
I had been, you watch TV, and back in the day, they would have a lot of violent stuff on. And
Mhm.
I learned the bars of soap in the tube sock,
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
and I went to town,
Oh.
just swinging it. I got my ass beat for pounding on him. And I told Mama what he had done to me.
Mhm.
And she had said her husband would never want me.
Oh. See, this is what's so crazy to me of the back generations to now. Um, this this
Cops wouldn't do
being
anything.
Of course, yeah.
this. See,
Yeah.
this was so flabbergasted. I don't get it that when people come up, like the situations I went through. My I'm not gonna put it out there, but I have family members who've been through that as well, and the
Um,
same outcome is not only and it's heavy in our the generational curse for Black people, but it's all people. It's
Yeah.
people. It's like it's certain things that happen, and they turn a blind eye to it because
Right.
they were so worried about society.
And what will the neighbors say?
Exactly. Society is more important than what's going on in your house.
Yeah.
This is how a lot of suicides happen. This is how a lot of people get killed, in their sleep because of the bad deeds that they did. You can't reach out and talk. They teach you this at home. They teach you this in
Right.
school. If you've been touched wrong, if you've been beat on, you've been
They
verbally
didn't.
abused. So when you go to these figures and you tell them, it's
Nobody
like,
believes
oh,
you.
you're imagining it. What? Okay.
Nobody believes you. You're a
Right.
lawyer. You're a storyteller. But then when I got pregnant, okay,
Oh,
I hadn't even started my period, and
see.
I still got pregnant when I had to have an abortion the day after my 12th birthday.
Oh God.
Um, I was a whore. I was a slut. They put me
See.
in the
See.
Florence Creighton home where they hide girls.
Yeah.
I was in there with Hispanic, Black, white. I think there was even an Asian chick, and all of us were raped,
Hmm.
See.
and
And see,
nobody
this
would
is
help.
Astara, what okay, because it's happened to me more than one time with more than one person. So, but with this particular family member I'm going to mention, what happened is the family knew that he was touching me. The family knew he was molesting me. The family knew my auntie would get him high and drunk before he came down my house to sleep with me. He would tell her, I'm going down Coco's house. And she's like, you're going to get a whooping. Stay away from me, girl. You ain't supposed to mess your cousin. He didn't care. And my auntie's like, well, here, take a hit of this, take a sip of this, and wrap up. Don't get that girl pregnant. But what they didn't already know, that the second child I had was his already.
oh God.
I hid my daughter because
Hi, Chopper.
I didn't want him to find her and
Right,
have access to her. So I
right,
hid her. And she had so many problems physically
Mm-hmm.
that when I was delivering her, my mom told them, when the baby come out, I want you to put this baby up for adoption. At
Mm-hmm.
the time,
right,
I was still underage. I didn't have a consent. Back
Hey,
then, you
Stopper.
didn't have a consent. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? Your parents made the decisions for you. And so
yeah,
she signed the paper for my baby to get put up for adoption. So I didn't even come home with my daughter. I had to fight just to see her in foster care. And then I was trying to get myself emancipated to get my own child.
right,
Like I said, my story's deep. People just don't know. So I always say, the person you see before you, trust me. I've been through some things, and
right.
if I'm
And
sitting here and I'm telling you and helping you, don't neglect what I'm saying because I know what I'm talking about. You know?
I went and got my bachelor's degree in child development. I wanted to protect as many as I could,
Yes. Yes.
and I even
Mm-hmm.
and they even went as far as they put me in schools, just like a helper,
Mm-hmm.
but to look for the signs, the
Yeah.
bruisings, and all of that.
Right.
And no kitty. No.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, but yeah, and then the United States Army hired me for family readiness, and that
Mm-hmm.
was even worse.
Mm-hmm.
That was even worse. Um,
Yeah, I'm gonna ask you about that, Astara. Dealing with situations like that as well mentally. How does that affect you, with your husband? uh, when you have to, tell other families and seeing situations like that, how does it affect your life, as being a wife?
Oh, he loves it. Because it's not that I'm not taking my anger out on him.
Okay.
I am placing it where it needs to be.
Okay, gotcha,
I
gotcha.
I have I mean, I'm really
You
good
learn how
about
to channel it.
if I am pissed off at something, that is the something I go after. I do not take my anger out on others.
Right.
And yep,
But my
and
but my question to both of you are, um, before you became strong to channel it in different areas and also turn it to a better light and do something positive from it, uh,
right.
how did you get there? How, well, what all
Uh,
the steps that y'all both did to become strong persons that you are today, because you got people out here who don't know, who's listening now, or maybe listening now, or living it right now. Because right now we're in the height of domestic violence, we're in domestic rape, we are in we're having uh, batter, people who are being abusive, and
right.
I mean, what would you say to them from your experiences that that would help them to find their way to become that strong, and they're not only alone? What would you say?
Um, for me,
Yes.
first of all, go to a doctor and make sure nothing is wrong with you.
Okay.
Okay. Like,
They have a lot of free
I'm a,
clinics out there and stuff like that that helps in those type of situations as well.
see, I'm a little triggered right now because um, I, I, I won't lie. The very last time my stepfather came for me, my mom was drunk and they got in a fight, and I still can't remember if it was over me or whatever. But he had hit her in the head with a lamp,
Oh
and
God.
and I was raised on this. If you see blood from the ears, that means person's dead.
Oh God.
I had my strawberry shortcake nightgown on. I followed his ass barefoot through the snow, and I dumped lighter fluid all over him as he passed out on his friend's couch. And
Oh
I
God.
set I set that motherfucker on fire.
Oh dang.
I told the police everything. Nobody believed a little girl could do that.
She can when
And
she's provoked.
Right.
and I don't even know where that even came into my head. But then from that point on, I got to the point where I will help any woman out of any situation. I will help any man out of any situation, but they have to be 100% committed to get re-educated from that bad behavior, the bad cycle of this is normal, it is not.
And let me say
And
something on top of that. Um, Even because you have some that are not mentally ready because they still have that fear that's instilled in them from their
oh yeah,
abusers. So I would say to that, just keep trying. There's people out
right.
here that help. That there's a lot of people that you can reach out to. I'm actually putting stuff in the chat now. You
I'm
know,
saying
um, and even if you're not comfortable or you feel afraid, um, just keep trying. Just keep trying.
right.
And you know what? I wanted to step in and flip it on this side with me. All my life, I have been my protector. Okay. I felt like if I couldn't protect me, couldn't nobody protect me. Because after all, the people who were supposed to failed. Okay.
Right.
Yes.
And so, there's a lot of things. I'm sorry, I hit the
It's
button.
okay. You.
There's a lot
I
of things that I learned and I mastered as far as protecting me. But I think that's why any man that I dated had to be a protector. I am big on that because I feel like not all men, so don't y'all at me, but for the most part, men want you to be the one to be the man in the situation, and they want to do other stuff, and it's like no. So to me, if you're not a man, like seriously, if I see any little thing that shows that you can't protect you, I know you can't protect me. You know,
300, absolutely. The
so that's
during during this pandemic, domestic violence has been on the rise. Pregnancy and also drug use. It has been on the rise.
and it's gonna rise some more too.
Oh yeah. Oh
It's
Yeah,
gonna
yeah.
yeah.
rise some more. And
And may I ask something? Is
sure,
anyone else like hurt that this is the new norm?
it's trying to be. I can't subscribe to it yet. I know what you're saying though. But I'm too much of a free bird. I can't I can't subscribe to it
All
yet.
I kept
So,
saying is, thank God I grow my own veggies. Thank God I have almost everything I need except for like milk, cheese, and all that. Because I always forget that stupid mask. I I will be right back. Now it's a cigarette break.
okay.
Okay. Okay.
But yeah, that's important to me. Even friends, even if you're my friend, because I can fight and I can protect me. So if you're my friend, you got to be able to fight because we got to do this together. But it's just that's not important to a lot of people. But because of my past, it's
Mhm.
very important to me. And
Right.
I know that sounds crazy, but it is what it is.
Well, like I said before, I had anger issues, and I've been through a lot of stuff when I was coming up.
Hmm.
But and as an adult, and now how to control my emotions, control
Hmm.
my mental stability, and stuff like that. Um, with that being said, I carry myself in a way that I care for a lot of people,
Yeah.
and I take it to heart when I try to help people. I try to give it my all. I'm not that person again who say they help,
Hmm.
or oh, that's so sad, that's so sad. If anything I can do, I'm not that person. I'm
Hmm.
actually the person who does step in, and I'm not all for the talk you
Right. There
know.
you go. There you go.
um, and I mean, and there's nothing against people who do. I understand people, some people who they can't help. But you, just be mindful of what you can and can't do before you say it. Because sometimes you might have a person that might say, "Hey, yeah, I would like to take you up on your offer." If you're not able to do it, the gesture is cool, but it's misleading if you really can't do it. You know what I mean? It's a nice gesture. Again, it's great because it shows where your heart is, but
Hmm.
everybody can't do that. Everybody not able to help other people. You
Facts.
know,
Facts.
so again, just be careful with your words. You know what I mean?
That's true.
Um, but what is it? Oh, okay. Also, I'm posting up here the uh, the domestic violence hotline, or actually the website. Um, what's that? Uh, if anybody, if you get a chance, also on that hotline, domestic hotline, they actually have like little tabs that are like quick connects. If you can't dial the number, you go through a situation, just go onto the site and you can actually click on the link, and it'll go directly to the either a counselor or a public servant, as like police, or the ambulance, what's that? Emergency services and stuff like
Mhm.
that, directly through the actual site itself, and that's everywhere across the United States. So,
I
if
like your hair.
anything, take and hold. I would save this link. For especially for people who's actually going through it, or pass it to somebody that you know. You
Right.
know, um,
I
it,
got
it's
cards
very
made.
it's very
I
useful and everything. And it's very easy. It's very user friendly. Once you click on it, matter of fact, I can show you exactly how it look right now. Let me share my screen for anybody who's going through domestic violence, or someone who's going through domestic violence. Um, it's right here. You see this? Can you guys see it?
no.
No,
Coco Astara. Oh,
no.
I
Fine.
guess I ain't share my page. Oh, okay, yeah. It'd be nice for me to share my page first.
I mean, I'm
Okay.
just saying.
There you go. Here we go. You can see it now?
Yeah.
Can you? Okay, let me. I think I can. Wait a minute. Hold on. Hold on. Yeah, I can see it. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. And like I said, you can actually click on here and they'll call directly, or you can chat live, with one of the counselors. And, they definitely there to help you,
Hmm.
from getting help, local resources, legal help, identifying,
Yeah.
if you need to know the telltale signs of what's going on. You got,
Right.
I mean, this site is very, very insightful. It's got everything in there that that you can need. That's why I participate. Like I was gonna say earlier, I participate in donating time and donating, what I have to a lot of the women's shelters and women who's been in domestic violence. Like we got a place here called the Harbor Light, which is by the Salvation Army. They
Hmm.
help women who's in domestic violence. I used to donate a lot of stuff like that to them, clothes and stuff like that, and also at local churches, shelters, and stuff like that, for
All right. I want to show y'all something.
okay.
And
Hold on, let
uh,
me get out of here. Again, I put the link inside the chat, um, for anyone who can take and share it or use it themselves. You're not alone out there, and there's always somebody out to help.
okay. A lot of people have called bullshit on this, but this has saved many lives. Look at my hand.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
If you see this, if some lady waves at you and you see that, she is in distress. She is in
Oh,
trouble.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Yes. And um, Tony, I'll put the whole thing backstage for you. But I tell
okay.
you what, um, and even men, if they feel like there is something going on and they're in trouble, Snopes tried to, wait, I did it wrong. It's oh my God, I can't type in. There we go. But yeah, I have the full definition of it. Snopes tried to make it into something else because Republicans came up with it.
Mm.
Okay.
But no offense to anyone, if it's gonna save a life,
Who cares?
don't
Right.
fuck with it. Don't
That part.
fuck with it.
Hmm.
That part.
Mm-hmm.
I may be able to. I may be able to just copy and paste it because it's not
I'm doing it now.
okay. It started in 215. Copy.
I just put
Where?
it in. Can you guys
Okay,
see that?
Yes.
where
Okay.
I can't see it. Okay, let me go over the chat. No or not. Where the hell does it? Okay.
If you look on the screen, I just showed it. It broke down in two parts because how big it is. So this is one part, and this is the second one. But it is in the chat.
Back.
For anybody in the chat, can you press one if you see the all the information for all the hotlines and the website?
Yeah, see, we're a wealth of interest. Hi, Miss Regina.
Hey, Miss Virginia, how you doing today?
Yeah, but yeah, this and then I have a bunch
Hold
of
on, hold on,
cards.
hold on before you hey Kiki,
Hi,
Kiki
Kiki.
Rose. Um I'm glad you brought that up. See, I all the years I've been living, I never saw that before.
Really?
And also with me being helpful with donating my time with cooking, clothes, cell phones and
Right.
all that, I never ever saw that before with the show that again.
The dot. Wow.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
never knew that. I never knew about that.
Yeah. Most of the time, young girls that's being sex trafficking.
Oh
I mean,
yeah.
yeah.
Oh
Hmm.
yeah,
And
okay.
then they have truckers out there who are on the, oh my God, they are on it. I go
Hmm.
like when I drove here or when I drive home, I got cards made. If you are in distress, call. All I got all the numbers, including mine, on there. You
Okay.
do not have to live this way. I will come get you.
Right, right. And see, but see, and I'm so happy that you know we're having this conversation.
Right.
So I learned something. You know what I mean? Um, and dealing with those type of situations directly or indirectly,
Yeah.
it's still stuff you can learn. You know what I mean? So
Right.
now, if I see somebody like that and they're in trouble, I know what to do because
Right.
I actually, it's not like I can pinpoint it, but I think a couple of times I have seen situations like that.
Right.
People having stuff on their hand. I mean, sorry.
Yeah.
It was a woman some years ago that she came up and she said that she was acting like a crazy person, but I later found out that somebody drugged her. She got away from them, and she
Oh.
had not that in her hand, but she had something in her hand similar to that, and she didn't say anything, but I can understand that she was asking for help, and without understanding exactly what she was saying, I get it now,
Right.
but
We can
I
only
didn't know it then,
order.
huh?
We can only order so many pizzas to get help and pray that they read it.
Right.
Yeah.
Hey
Hmm.
Rockwell.
Yeah.
Hey Rockwell, thank you for coming. Um, but yeah, and see, you never know where anybody is in their mental
Yeah.
when certain things, if they're going through stress or going through a traumatic experience, you never know where they're at. Um, and sometimes you don't even know how they're feeling because
Right.
they're scared. It's a lot going on.
Right.
So, and they don't know who to talk to, who to trust, and
Right.
it makes it very hard. And that's why I open my platform to these type of conversations
Right.
because if we all to have a community of trying to reach out to people who's been in situations,
Right.
and we can teach or offer um, our knowledge
Guide. Yes.
to helping, there's a way out of a lot of situations. You know
And
what I
it's
mean?
not, and the majority aren't bad ways out. They're uncomfortable, but they're not bad.
Right. Right. And you can trust again. You don't have to look at every person is bad. Every person is out to hurt you. Every person, because you get these abusers who does that. They try to make your world around you
Right.
seem like everybody. If you do this, if you don't do that, then everybody around you is going to either not going to give a fuck about you, don't care about you, or they're going to hurt you.
Amen,
Period.
Miss Rockwell. Amen. You know, once the backbone kicks in and you realize your sense of worth and value,
Right.
nobody can touch you.
Right.
Nobody.
Right. Yeah, that's Rockwell. I'll drop in a link if you're able to come up. If not, I understand. But that's what we're having open panel about
Mhm.
Survivor. You know, and also how does it affect your life today with
Right.
your family, your
Yeah. Mental illness and yeah, we got all kinds of stuff covered.
right. um And anybody else who right now who knows somebody who's going through something, and how does it affect you, or how does it affect them and their family? This is what my panel is about today. Um,
Miss Coco, I can't find you, baby.
uh-oh.
You can't on
No.
Amazon,
No, I mean on
YouTube.
Instagram, YouTube.
Oh no,
Well,
it's
you
Libra Butterfly.
It should be Coco 929 still for YouTube. I just
Okay.
changed it.
all
Yeah,
right. It's Libra Butterfly, right?
yeah, that's the second
Okay.
one. Same person.
Okay.
Right, Rockwell. That's before you came in. I hope you catch the replay. But exactly what both of the beautiful ladies up here were saying earlier too. It's definitely the trust. It's definitely the
Yeah.
trust, communication and trust.
Oh, I couldn't find you because I'm already subbed to you. Hey, y'all knew I'm a moron. I mean,
No, you're not. You're fine.
Want to put this out there real quick. If Miss Virginia, and also another great friend of mine, Rockwell. Rockwell, she has a lot of poems, and she shares her life when she can. And she's a very positive person. So when she gets mad, then you head for the heels. But
right.
real talk, she's a real down to earth person. She's very caring, very
Thank you.
insightful. And then she also, likes to give out scriptures, and also, a lot of good songs. And I mean, she's just a well-rounded person. I mean, and I like her very much. Also, Miss Regina, she's an entrepreneur. She has a great channel as well. If you go out and sub to her, she has a lot of knowledge as well.
See, I got to work on mine. I want that. I want that community tab.
Right. I mean, I know I
Yeah.
get it. I get it when it gets there. But I'm not. This is my community right here. Oh, Rockwell,
Right.
you coming up? Hey, Rockwell.
Hey guys, good evening, good evening.
Hello.
Hi, Rafa.
Hi, how you doing tonight?
All right, all right. How you doing?
I'm doing pretty good. This is amazing. I'm glad I got my notification.
I'm glad. I'm glad you did too, because I think I sent something out to you. I don't know if you got it. I actually came
Yeah,
by as well.
I've been a little bit busy today, so
Oh,
when I
okay.
settled down, I looked at my phone and said, "Oh, gotta go." So I came over.
I'm glad you came. I'm glad you came.
I came in at a great time because I learned something new with the dot.
See, boom, you too. See,
Yeah, yeah, I learned that today. And I'm a survivor, so I
Yeah.
completely understand this. And it's hard on here to speak because there's not a lot of places you trust, or a
Right.
lot of places you could be open about your situation to help others,
Right.
because it's used against you, or it
right,
makes you look weak, or they'll bring it up. But
There
I'm
was
I'm stronger for it.
over 171 ladies just
Hmm.
this year, like going into convenience stores and like just going to grab their groceries and just letting that dot be seen.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and then there was a couple at LaGuardia, same thing, and they were child trafficking. So it's like whoever came up with it was a genius.
Yes. You know, because when we're in those situations and people who are survivors, we try to find other ways to help others who's not
Yeah,
close to where we at, you know?
yeah,
Right.
So it's a hard thing. I mean, people will blame you or they'll say, why didn't you leave? It's a lot of whys,
or
but until
or
you're in it,
mind your own business is my favorite. I'm like, you just made it my business. As long as long as I bleed red and she does too, and you're about to, and you are about to,
Mm-hmm.
oh yeah, it's my business.
Amen.
Go
Well,
ahead.
go ahead. No, I
No,
was
I
gonna
was
say
about.
if your ladies have some organizations, you know, because I like to support and spread the word. Like I do a lot of besides YouTube, I do a lot of volunteering work
Yes.
in a
Yeah,
lot of different places. So that's one thing I'm gonna pass today. The black dot.
yep.
Right.
Yes.
Right.
And that Snopes try to say, oh, it's a hoax. Well, if it's
Mm-mm.
such a freaking hoax, why is it saving lives?
Mm.
Exactly.
Mm.
You know, whatever
Yeah,
works, they'll say it don't work. So we just gotta keep doing what works because we gotta make sure,
right.
our sisters, we good.
Right.
Wait.
Right.
Okay. Wait. I'm
What's wrong?
thinking. I'm looking at something. Um. Where in the heck did that go? Miss Rockwell, is that
Yes.
from your avatar? Is that from the Black Panther?
Yeah.
I love that movie. Oh my god.
Yeah, the warriors, because we
Uh,
all warriors.
Yeah, especially
So.
for all of us who's been through a traumatic experience. We strong, and and one thing about everybody on this panel, y'all all survivors. Y'all all been through the trials and tribulations of the harshest of life. And now you're here and you're trying to give back. Giving back don't always mean that you got to give something in physical.
right.
Giving back don't mean that you always have to give a tidbit of a situation. Giving back is applying something that you have endured and trying
Right.
to have prevention.
Yeah.
Right.
That's giving back. If
Yes.
a person who's either head in that situation or a
Yeah.
person who's in that situation and they feel like, because I know I hear the stories all the time, and I can hear it in you guys. When you be in that situation, you're alone. And the biggest
Yes.
thing is trusting anybody. So, with my platform and being who I am as being an open person, um, you're not alone, and you can get the help. And don't I understand that the trust is an issue, but just try, because there's a better life, and there's light at the end of the tunnel. You just
Yes.
keep trying it until you're ready to take that step.
Yes.
And things with God will always have your back. Trust and believe.
Oh
He will
yeah.
always have
Amen.
your back.
Amen. And he's telling the truth because it is a light at the end of the tunnel. And trust is hard with us. And when we trust, we trust. And when somebody break that trust, is like it's traumatic all over.
Oh
Right.
yeah.
It's like it feels it all over. But you could love again. You could have love again. You don't
Right.
have to be sad every day. You don't have to be depressed. You
Well,
could move on.
my thing is, I trust you is a bet. I trust you is a better compliment than I love you, because
Mm-hmm.
once you lose credibility, nothing
Yes.
else
Matters.
will
Right.
ever
Right.
matter.
Right.
And
Amen.
I cannot say that enough.
I can
And for
attest to
me,
that.
trusting, if I trust you, that's saying a lot because I don't
Right.
trust too many.
Yeah.
I don't trust. Matter of
Mm-hmm.
fact, I can count on my hand how many people that I really trust. So
Um,
Okay.
I don't throw that word around. I don't
see,
throw that
Right.
word around at all because
uh,
I just don't. But yeah, if I tell you I trust you, then I trust you. But don't take that
Yes.
for a weakness.
Right.
oh, absolutely. See, I've been like, I'm slow. Well, with me being here and my internet being like total dog shit. Sorry for cursing, but um, I am surrounding myself by good, positive people. I am avoiding all the bad places. And if perchance you catch me in the bad places, I may or may not be drinking and have a bone to pick with someone.
Right.
Mm-hmm. Oh,
But
I
with
get
me,
Yeah.
that.
with everybody on this panel that knows me, if I see that if it's a dark area, I'm not going to approach you right there, but I will send words of kindness and I will speak from the heart. And also, I will send a little note and say, hey, hope everything is okay. I'm not going to differ in your business, but if you need somebody to talk to, yell at, anything,
Right.
I'm right here.
Oh, I've called
I
you.
believe that. I
I've
trust in that, Anthony.
Oh,
I've
these
called
ladies,
you
they
a
rock
few.
well. They talk to me.
I've called him a few times.
Right.
You
And
know
just
what?
Okay.
Can I be transparent? Can I be naked and unashamed right
go ahead.
now?
Hey.
Okay.
Okay, so that's just my little phrase, naked and unashamed. Uh, the one thing that I never had anyone to say, "Are you okay?"
Mm.
That means a lot. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm always the backbone to everyone.
Right.
I mean, my
Right.
mom,
Mm-hmm.
my sisters, brothers, kids, of course,
Right.
kids, but even family members that are not immediately, I'm talking aunts,
Right.
Right.
friends. I'm always that solid one. But just
Right.
because you are the stronger one, are the solid one, does
Right.
not mean that you don't need to hear, "Are you okay?"
Yeah. It's so
Well,
Exactly.
simple. Those two words. And that's why, if everybody know me, that's the first thing I always say. Are you okay?
but here,
Mm-hmm. You do.
here, here's what
Yeah.
You
I
do.
begin. Are you gonna be okay?
Well, I would say that
Really,
after we establish,
really.
yeah, but that's yeah, because I mean you don't know what direction or what mind, so where will people be at, and especially if they're going through something very very bad at the time. So
Yeah.
sometimes it's just two kind words. I mean, one word, that can help
How about
simmer the situation down.
how
You know what I
about
mean,
just
or
say
have some
I'm
kind of thought.
praying. I'm praying for you.
But
Or
I'm even talking about over the years when they knew I was being molested or when I was raped by different people and all that and stuff. When I never got, "Are you okay?" I got, "Are they locked up? What happened?" But nobody ever thought
Mm-hmm.
to ask me, "Are you okay?"
Right.
Mm-hmm.
well,
Do you need me? Because sometimes all you need, I'm okay, let me speak for myself. Sometimes all a person like me or me need is just a soft place to land, soft place to where I can, if I want to cry, let me cry. You know what
Right.
I'm saying? And
Mm-hmm.
I'm one, I never cried. So for me, over this last year, to actually start crying, that's saying something because I don't cry. I viewed crying as a sign of weakness. So I never would cry. I would, pet up everybody else. But like I said, I even gave an example. My mother was whooping me one day with a belt. And I mean, she was tearing me up. It hurt so bad, but I refused to
used.
cry. And I learned that all I have to do is cry and she'll stop. So I had to have a mental conversation with myself and say, just let some tears fall and she'll stop. Because other than that, I'm just that type of person. I'm strong. I won't do it because I know
Right.
you want to hurt me. I know you trying. I'm not gonna break for you. And so I start putting together that crying means weakness until I really learned, no, you're gonna have to start shedding some tears or you're gonna go buck crazy.
Right.
you know.
Right.
And
Mm-hmm.
so, and it's funny, not trying to be funny, but God has a way of when he's trying to get you from one place to another to allow something to happen where you got
Right.
to do what you're supposed to.
Yes.
And
When
so
Mm-hmm.
with the
one door closes,
murder
another
of
will open.
yeah, with the
Amen.
murder of my daughter,
Yeah.
that right
Oh
there
my gosh.
floored me. That
Condolences.
that got me. So that opened up my floodgates to start crying. And so now I feel, I cried. If I hurt, I hurt. I don't try
Right.
to hold that no more. I don't try to be superwoman and I don't care.
Right.
I have cried on my lives, the last couple of times, I think.
Right.
And people, I'm like, and I can tell that I've grew because I don't care what you think about me crying,
Right.
more to the point.
You're expressing yourself and you're releasing. You know what I
Yes,
mean?
yes.
It's the part of releasing. You're not completely letting go, but you're releasing the hurt.
There you
You know what I
go.
mean?
But
And
you
that
know
makes a
what?
difference.
Over at Tonka Truck and all of them,
Mhm.
because I did cry. I was
Oh, I know.
hysterical.
I saw you. I talked to you.
Oh, I know. You come and save my ass after that, but they made a mockery because my heart was legit broke.
Mhm.
Think about it. The very thought of your mom not knowing you,
Yeah.
calling you names, and I was terrified. It's like that's my mama.
Right.
That's my mama, and they treat. You know what? One day again, I may or may not get drunk and go over there and just cause a little bit of grief.
Yeah. But that's why I don't like bullies. There's one thing I don't like is bullies. See, and the bad part is I like to fight. I really like to fight. You know what I mean? I really do. I'm not gonna lie. I like to fight.
Me too.
Oh,
And the second thing is I like beating up bullies. And so it's a thrill
Me
thing for me.
too.
I don't know why. It's something ever since I was young, and I'm older now, so of course I don't just jump out but I am that dude that you see on TV that go in the bar and just punch somebody in the face, just to be for fun, you know. That's why I stay away from bars.
I
So
go after the biggest one.
right, the bully, go hit
Yeah.
on the bully, you know. But I mean, it's not right, of course, but it's just a thing that sometimes when you think that you can take and try to destroy people's lives, don't think nobody can come and destroy yours.
Exactly.
Right.
I just make it a little quicker for you. That's all. But um, you know,
He is so adorable. I mean, I almost can't stand it.
He be speaking facts though.
I just don't like when people it's just certain things you see when people. I don't like nobody who try to corner people, especially
Hi,
when they're
Ashley.
good people and they're good-hearted people. I'm not. I don't. Even if you be my friend or not, I'm not gonna let somebody just jump all over you, and especially if I've been around you, I've been looking at you, I've been going through all your pages, and then also, and I see what type of person you are.
Right.
And then you have these people who's trying to set you up and come up and try to bully you and try to do bad things to you. Then yeah, I got a problem with that, and I will make it very, very known. I talk for people that I don't even, I be in their bushes, but I like them, but I don't nobody come up and start talking something, and they're not speaking on facts. They just is a person just like me, a sub, and you insinuating things. I don't like
Right.
that. It really burns me up. So,
Well, there was a couple liberties taken because I went in by myself. Then I decided, let me go start my own live and see what happens. And then all hell broke loose.
yeah,
Hey,
it's just that
sis.
when you have go ahead, Rockwell. I see you, Ashley. You're right too. At the pool hall, talking about here I go. Oh man, you about to say something, Rockwell?
And I was saying hi to Ash.
Oh, okay. Yeah, but it's just I don't like that. Again, even if like again if I'm just sitting there and I'm enjoying the commentary, and you always got people who don't like you, and that's fine. You have your right not to like somebody, but don't try to shit on them. Don't try to make them something they're not. You sit there and see the
Exactly.
same person I see, and I
I
understand
know.
people see things differently, but don't try to make up stuff on a person and then try to make it like a fact, because you got a lot of people who don't think for themselves. They be on a ride train or ride the hate train. Oh,
Mm-hmm.
let's go, everybody. Let's follow that person down the street because they don't like this person over here. You don't know the
Yeah.
person, but I'm going with them because I just want to see who hating and why you hating. Why?
Mm-hmm.
Find out. Yeah, you can be walking to a trap. You don't even know, but because
Uh-huh.
you're
Right.
not thinking, you just walk. You just going with people on just what they're doing. I mean, that's ludicrous
Exactly.
to me. It's ludicrous to me.
Just a bunch of sheeps.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right. Rockwell. I again,
You ain't
I've-
hanging that up yet, so don't get all crazy over there.
Rockwell, I have a question for you. Without going deep, into everything, because I know you're still learning me and everything. But from your survival, going from the beginning of your situation up to the strong person, unique person you are now, how would let's see, how does that affect your life with your significant other? If you care to share right now, or comfortable enough to share, without being detailed, just in a general sense.
Okay. Well, let me try. You know me. I explain
I know,
everything.
I don't want. I want you to be comfortable. Just be comfortable with you are very comfortable of giving and sharing.
Okay. Well, if I'm on the panel, I'm a little comfortable. I'm comfortable
Right.
with you, and yeah, everyone here done experienced this, so they will know. But it was hard. It was a lot. It was a good 10 years of it.
Okay.
So after I got out that situation, a later date I'll talk more into details. But once I got out that situation, it took me a long time to work on myself. A good 4 or 5 years before I met my significant other now.
Okay.
Um, wh- while we was in the relationship, it was even harder because I always had it in my mind. Any minute now, he could turn into like the other one, or any minute
See,
now. Instead of me
exactly.
enjoying someone finally loving me for who I am, I was always thinking, any minute now, or he could be acting like this, or it took a while. It took a
Right.
while for me to understand that he is not the same person as the one that I left. And
Amen.
once I got to that realization and everything started, because we've been together for 4 years, and I just got engaged like last month with
See,
him, because
congratulations.
he always wanted to marry, but he's patient. That's why I know he was different,
Right.
because I didn't want to
Right.
go like fast in a relationship, and he took his
Right.
time. He know marriage was something
Aw.
I didn't want to do, but he took his time with me, and when he asked me, I was ready. Like, now I'm ready. Now I'm ready to live my life, and now I'm still working on myself, so
Right.
that's why a lot of
Right.
times on here people will
Mhm.
do things that trigger me, but it'll trigger like the abusive trauma part of me, the
Yeah.
that's why I take so many breaks off of here, and I don't come on here. And but now life is different. That's why a lot of women who stuck where they at,
Uh-huh.
I feel for them. Like, I cry, even though I don't know, the person in that situation,
Mhm.
because I know every
Right.
day somebody is in the situation I was at years ago. I know
Right.
somebody
Right.
left that situation and they don't have that person that came into my life when I wasn't even looking. I was just pumping gas, you know?
Hey.
And I was playing hard to get for a good year before I even got intimate. Cause that's
Right.
another thing when you leave is the
And see,
intimacy.
right.
You
Aren't,
know, he was patient with that. That's how I know he
aren't
was the right one.
aren't those the best kind of stories, though?
Yes. I love and see, but those are the ones that, it's almost like when you have a second chance in life, but it's the beginning of your true life. I mean, if that makes
Hmm.
sense.
Yes.
It's your
It's
happy ever after.
yes. You
Mhm.
notice that you're learning everything about this person learning about you, and that's the other thing that we haven't said tonight, and you just brought it up: patience.
Yeah.
Once you give it a chance, or you open up to something, there is greatness out there. You know what I mean? It can be the man or the woman. It's still greatness
Mhm.
out there, or your partner. I don't want to uh say anything about the LGBT community as well. Your partner, you know who's there for you and you there for them, and if y'all can patiently walk each other through your both of y'all best days of life and your worst days of life,
Yes.
and accept each
Mhm.
other
Come on.
and love and care about each other and
Yes,
build each
ma'am.
other up,
Oh,
then
sir.
you're going to have a great life.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Facts.
You
Amen.
know what? And see, why can't we continue and have more healthy, substance filled conversations like this?
Well, that's why I'm here.
There's
Because
no,
people is not
Because
real with themselves.
there's,
because yeah, I was gonna say because it doesn't, people they say they want something better or good or different. But to be honest, people like after their own kind. And a lot of people
Mhm.
is drama filled, so they love the drama. Like,
Mhm.
Right.
you
I,
understand
That
what I'm saying?
that
Yeah.
is the person you look in the mirror. A lot of times, the things that you truly want,
Right.
and
Mhm.
you're going to be
right.
about what you are. And sometimes they say they're the opposite attract, but guess what? Y'all still have the same goals in mind. So y'all still
Right.
have, the same thoughts on how you want your life to be. So even though
Right.
you opposites, y'all still the same. And that's what
Yeah.
Mhm.
makes the relationship go way beyond getting them 30, 40, 50 years, of great relationships, because you complement each other. You know what I mean? Yeah, you know exactly what you want, and if that person feel that same way, and you can see it, and they can see it in you, then it's definitely going to be a great relationship.
Yep.
But you have a
Mhm.
lot out
Yeah.
here that they're looking more on the outside and looking at, okay, yeah, this person either, oh, he got a lot of money, but he
Mhm.
can be a super asshole. A
You
lot of
mean
them are.
Mhm.
oppor-
They think they
uh,
own the
Most
world
times they
and they
use
can
the money
own
to
you.
control you.
Right.
opportunist women make me sick.
Yeah. Well,
Mhm.
you got opportunist men out here too.
Oh,
Don't get it
oh
Okay.
yeah.
twisted.
Hey, hey, now, no, no, no. I watch Love After Lockup. I know.
I was just talking about that show the other day.
Yeah, right, right. Oh
That's
man.
hilarious.
But
But this was great conversation. That I love that. I want more of this. So I don't know
Right.
your ladies' channels, but I will subscribe. And if
That's what I
y'all,
was going to say to you too.
Yeah, I
yeah,
gotta go. I gotta find her too.
look, I be
yeah,
telling
it is
people my channel. Anthony could tell you.
right.
He could catch me on a bad day.
But no, but
Uh,
see, that's the thing though. Even though you're a bad day, it's stuff you can get out of it. You know what I mean? If you're a true person and you true to yourself and you true to everyday life, then you will understand. And that's the whole part
Right.
because we all go through
right.
it. You know what I mean? It's not that somebody sitting up, oh, she's bitching, blah blah blah, this and that. I want to hear that. No,
all the time.
you a lot of times you can sit there and you can relate to certain situations. You say, oh damn. So yeah, she feeling that the way too. Oh, okay. Then guess what? Let me send her a note. Let me write a comment down here. I feel you, sister. I know exactly what you're going through. And guess what? Well, this is what happened for me. And I hope it you can get to the other side of that too. But guess what?
Yeah.
God's always got him. God always got you in his hands. So don't worry.
Yeah.
This will soon pass. And that's the thing that you do when those type of situations happen. You know what I mean? You take your friend's hand, you hold it, and you tell them, hey, it's going to be okay. Right now it's hot, but it's going to be okay. And you will get through it, and you will learn from it, and then you keep on moving.
I hear that. That's
Rocco,
true.
did you say you had a channel?
Yeah, she do. She got a nice channel. I was just saying earlier.
I always feel like somebody's watching me.
Okay, that's why I got that name.
Please no, I cannot sing to save my ass.
Hey, I'm
better
a
than some
non-singer,
people
but
on
I
here.
sing anyways.
Oh, but I will
Oh.
call Lovely Love periodically and just start singing until she hangs up on me.
Oh.
Oh snap! But that's the same questions I be asking. Where are these conversations? Because I love coming to places like this.
Oh yeah,
I love conversations like this because it helps. It helps getting it out. That's one thing with survivors. We still need therapy. It's therapeutic to speak on it. So
that's what my channel is open for.
Yeah, I still see a shrink. I am still in therapy. I think even more so now I need it because I still have the issues of the anger blackout.
Okay. I get I don't get as much, but I used to get those.
Yeah.
I miss my shrink. He passed away a few years back, and I've been looking for another one, but there's nobody like him. And
the good ones always
Bransville Clark, a short guy, he was African guy, and
my shrink's. I'm sorry.
He's very he was very direct on everything, but he made things very clear for me, and that's why I'm able to talk calmly most times and express exactly how I feel. Cause a lot of times I just didn't say anything and I just react,
Yeah.
And when most time I react, it's usually not good. I mean, I'm surprised I still have my job because there's been times that things got out of hand. But that's that's the Most High up there looking out for me. So He know my heart. So I mean,
yeah.
But yeah, anytime y'all have any questions, y'all want to talk about something, or y'all want to bring something for the forefront, hey, drop me an email and we'll talk about it. Seriously, real talk.
I got your email now. Definitely will.
I think I just found you on IG, but my doctor's from Nigeria, and he appreciates this more than the ladies with the long hair. Okay. And I'm one of those, I'm not a toucher. No shaking hands, no nothing. And here to find out, he's Muslim. He's the same way. Same way. So we do elbow bump.
And see, I'm different. I'm a hugger. I'm a hugger. I'm like, hi.
With females, I'm a hugger. With females, I'm a hugger. With men, I don't feel
you haven't got there yet. Okay, I understand that. I understand. Yeah. That's real talk though. Okay.
Yeah.
But ladies, I had a great conversation. Thank you, Anthony, for having this. I have to run, but I definitely will catch the replay because I'm good for that all the time.
Nice.
I appreciate you, Rockwell,
and a pleasure to have met you tonight.
Well.
I mean, I've been seeing you guys in the replays, but it was a pleasure to have met you tonight.
You
And I thank
too.
you. Stay
Thank
Hey,
you.
strong
Tweety.
out there. Love you guys. Blessings to you all and your family.
You too,
Same
Blessings.
to
Queen.
you,
Blessings to
and I
you.
definitely
Be
talking to you.
safe. Please be
Okay, thank
safe.
you.
Please be safe.
All right.
Tweety 79, hacker.
Hey, Tweety 79. Well, I'm
Uh,
about to get ready to wrap it up myself. Any things for closing?
Anthony, look in the thingy because yeah, remember
Huh?
you got the books.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
if you
Yeah,
can take a
I saw it in
picture,
there.
I was gonna say if you can take a picture of them, and if you have her number, text it to her.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
That way she'll know what to look for.
Well,
Or
anyway,
you could
I know what I'm
read
gonna
it.
do. What I'm
You
gonna
could
do
read
is,
it to me.
You
well,
can
we're
read
gonna
it.
definitely what I said in the back area, what you requested. We're gonna talk about that,
Yeah.
Coco.
Okay.
And I get a little dyslexic. That's why I don't
I
like
am dyslexic. It's
I
okay.
I do the audiobooks.
That's okay.
And
Okay.
You know most
Um.
dyslexic people are very intelligent, right?
yeah,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
left-handed and dyslexic, oh yeah.
Well, I'm both, and that's trick. I can write with both hands. I
Of
can.
course you're
Yeah.
extra, Anthony.
I can bowl with my right hand. I could shoot darts. I play baseball. But when I get pissed off, it all comes out. And it's like, God, please. Oh, I gotta show you what I got.
Okay.
Just here, let me take this. All right, hold on.
All right. Hey, Tweety, you're gonna have to catch the replay. We was definitely got deep into it. Also, Coco, I wanted to say that I'm probably gonna get some books from you.
Okay.
So when somebody wants some, then I will already have them.
Okay.
But
Okay,
who just regular
these
want to
on?
order them? Okay.
I got a glow in the dark rosary.
Oh wow.
Oh,
Yeah, some Spanish lady at church gave it to me.
Hmm.
She said that I need protected.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah, and you don't question no grandma because they will whoop your ass no matter who you are.
facts. That's facts all day long.
Okay.
Well, I can tell what I got today. Look, my candles arrived today. Yeah, look, I'm a candle person. And
Okay.
oh my goodness, my candles arrived today, and I lit one. Oh my goodness, I'm in heaven right now. I'm so in
Oh,
my Zen mode. Yes, okay, I'm through sharing.
Give me a quick second.
okay. I love you guys. Thank you for the wonderful chat.
You
I
too.
wish I could have went a little bit more into like the intimacy, but we'll get there. We'll
Hmm.
get there. And tomorrow I go for the power of attorney and all of that. So I may be needing all of y'all.
Okay, awesome. I'll make sure I pray for you. Awesome.
Oh yeah, please do because
I had it over my dad. I
Well,
had
you
power
know
of
I'm here.
my
Yeah,
dad.
you know how to get touch me. So
Hmm.
oh Lord,
I think somebody. Let me tell y'all real quick why he's doing something. You know how you have that lost money, money that's there. You put your social security number in, and it
yeah.
shows you. Okay, well, my father had some money that was there, and when I went back to claim it, the money was gone.
What?
So, and I'm the one. I am the executor of his estate. I'm also power of attorney. So I didn't take it. So it's either now. Some of my siblings is not that smart. So I think it's his ex-wife who took it. So I have a whole lot of people that I'm going to go after, and she's one.
Okay.
Then the thing with my daughter,
Yeah.
thanks to everybody who helped Anthony with my daughter's memorial, it was actually paid in full before the memorial happened. Okay, so that was the
Mhm.
relief off my head. Well, the
thank
funeral
God for
home
that.
people who did it, they petitioned the state for the payment. The state sent me a letter saying that they gave the funeral home the whole payment in full when there was no money to be paid.
What?
So not only did the funeral home get the money that was paid through me, okay, from everybody, helping, but they also just got a full check from the state. So I have to go after them too.
Did I mention I hate people?
Hmm.
Okay, just making sure I got that out there because some of these humans just make me sick.
Yeah, because at the
Always
time,
trying to get one up on everybody, not realizing some of us have a pure heart, will help everyone and
yeah.
anyone. Mr. Anthony got me out of such a pickle this month. It wasn't funny.
Oh,
Am I allowed to talk about that?
All right, that's fine.
The
It's,
blessings you sent me.
hey, yeah, it's no
Okay,
problem.
well, he
Hey,
sent
Miss
me.
B Town Hester, how you doing? Thank you for coming by. You're gonna have to catch the replay though.
He sent me some blessings, and
okay.
I was able to go to Aldi's. I got food here now at my daddy's house.
Awesome.
We got real milk and not the powdered. I
Oh,
mean,
wow.
I got potatoes and onions, and I spent like 30 some dollars and had like 8 bags.
Oh, wow.
I cried, and then I had like $12 left, and I sent it to someone else who I knew needed help.
Pay it forward. Right.
Yes,
Yes.
and
See, that's the thing. I'm not a person that always, had to say the things I do. Again, I'm a
mhm,
person who like to just do.
yep,
I don't look for anything or nothing like that. It's just that's just who I am.
I
Um,
know.
I
You
don't
know
And
what?
brag
I'm not,
on it or
I'm,
anything. I just
I'm not
do.
being a
That's how I
place,
feel.
but I've never had anyone just reach out and say, "You're getting help. Don't argue. Eat food." You know?
You know what, Mr. McNeil? You never cease to amaze me. That's the truth.
And my
You
dad
never
didn't
cease to amaze
understand the bonds that we have.
me. Mm-hmm.
And I said, when everything's said and done, I'm gonna pay it forward. I'm gonna bless people back.
Mm-hmm.
However, what I'm not gonna do is I'm not gonna be throwing my money away on all these YouTubers who are begging and they got like 50,000 cash apps and no, no.
Mm-mm. No.
And some of them are just so mean and buying. I didn't know you could buy subs.
I still don't know, and I ain't even trying.
I
you
just
know,
found out.
yeah. It's just wow. It's like really, it
And
means
I'm
that
like,
much to you for
how
real.
pathetic is that?
Mm.
I just, wow.
I've
It is
always.
sometimes they just show you that people they want to be more than what they are. If you're a great person, through time you will go through great people. People will come to you. But if you
Right,
want to be important right now, those are people who don't that have this don't not really secure with themselves.
right.
You know, but wow.
Yeah,
Like I tell everybody, I have my issues. Don't get me wrong, because we're not perfect. As long as we're on this earth, we will be overcoming our becoming, like ending something and beginning something else. But the way that some of these people go about their lives, it just blows my mind. It's like, really?
well, that
You know?
because they don't have a life.
Oh,
They're
well, that's
always
true
on
too.
here.
That's true too.
I was so happy when I caught Mr. Anthony's live because usually I'll just call him and pester him.
um, Mr. Anthony is a fixer. I've pegged it with him. He's a fixer. He's happy because
Yeah,
when he gets to fix
and
things.
he's really easy to talk to as well.
Hmm. Very much so. Very much
Yep.
so.
I'm eating, so I'm sorry. I was trying to wait till after the live was over, but I couldn't wait.
It's all right. I started the live eating and you ended it eating. You good? Oh my goodness. Yeah, but it's all good. Like my grandmother always said, when people are nice, they don't have to be nice to you. So when you find people who are nice, never take it for
Right.
granted. Mm-hmm. Yes, ma'am.
And that was one of my mom always told me that if you can't be nice, don't say nothing. But if you can help
Yeah.
somebody, help them as much as you can. Just
Mm-hmm.
help them as much as you can. And I mean,
And if
that's
you
what
have a
I feel all the
snarky
time.
comment, keep it to yourself.
Right. Right. That's it. And that's what I live by. I mean, I don't like to talk. I'm not a talker. I'm a talker, but I'm not a talker when it comes to doing things.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
You know, if am I going to do it? I'm just going to do it. I'm just going to jump in and do it. Period. You allow me to do it, I'm going to do it.
Right. That's
It's
true.
just me. So,
That's true.
How far away are we again?
I think like 200 miles.
Where are you, Astara? What state?
I'm in
She's
Erie,
in,
Pennsylvania.
Oh, okay. Okay.
and I'm in Maryland, down in PG County, Maryland.
Okay.
But yeah, we have to figure out something because, yeah, I think I'm just going to Cricket and getting him 2 more flip phones and tell him happy birthday, happy Christmas, happy freaking everything. I can't get him to charge up. He thinks he's cool with his flip phone. I'm like, dude,
Oh wow.
no. I love him to death, but he drives me freaking nuts.
Mm-mm-mm-mm.
I thank you guys for being here tonight. I needed this, the information. I needed to hear other opinions. I needed the vent because
Yes.
you guys are amazing.
You are
And
too.
without judgment, too. And that means the world to me.
The crap I've done in my life, girl, I can't judge nobody. I can't. I be sitting there like, I can be
Yeah.
honest, but I can't judge nobody. I'm like, shoot. Mm-mm. If the walls could talk and if the people I did it with could talk, I promise you, it's worse than what I even let on.
Well, I've got myself into several pickles, and you know what? I don't even care anymore because I did the right thing.
Yeah.
You know, when you hear the rumors about like content creators who, no offense, are also authors and blah blah blah,
Mm-hmm.
you hear rumors about them not being forthright and doxing.
That's sad.
I was completely wrong though. I should have just emailed. I get up on another content creator's channel and I see the girl there. So I just called her ass right out of the I
Mm-mm.
had so much trouble. And then someone's like, oh no, there goes the icing from the Oreos. I'm
Oh
like,
wow.
oh, you guys suck. I'm
Mm.
trying to be serious.
Oh wow.
And she kept calling me names and stuff, so I said her book sucked. And that only pissed her off more. And then here, in all reality, I love the book. I'm still trying to figure out who's who.
Oh, okay. You talking about okay, never mind. I
Yeah,
know.
it's taken me forever. And I actually did read it like 4 times because, again, I'm still trying to figure out who's who. And she called me back. She goes, bitch, I got your money. And I'm like, bitch, I got this fucked up book that is worse than Where's Waldo. Okay. I'll give it back.
Oh my goodness. Oh, she said worse than where this.
Oh yeah, I think I want to say it's on Lovely Love's chat somewhere. Lovely called me. She's like, dude, you can't be doing that. Like, why not? She called me a bitch first. I can do whatever the hell I want.
Oh wow. Mm-mm. I know, y'all. Hey, baby. Okay.
But I gotta go get something to eat. I love y'all.
All right.
Thank you for a really nice time tonight. Love you guys, and I'll talk to you soon.
Love you back, Sarah. Bye bye.
Thank you again. Thank you, everyone. And I'm going to close out with my music and eat my food. Thank you for everybody coming by. Please hit the like button. My sister, as usual, Coco929, aka Libra Butterfly. We'll conclude our night. Thank you.
All right. Good everyone. Bye bye.
Bye. And I'm going to go ahead and play my song I was doing. Here we go.
Kool-Aid sipper with his ice on frozen. From A6 so nice when he going. Right now finna get a light and doja. Pipe down, get a little light force over. Mama told me titty bar. Alcohol, Henny, hit me hard. Really none of that shit going far. My life now dedicated flowing often. Now I get my goals at the bar. But right now I'ma be the hole in the wall. Ticket, golden pocket lifting picture. Only me, I flick my wrist and shoulder. Fuck now with a bigger dick, I told her. Oops, my bad. I'm mad, cause I keep on feeling myself. I'm bougie bad, but dad, they don't know that feeling of dope. I get it, finally sip the soda. My shit got the stinking odor. Fire hot and sick with Ebola. Might God be a little patient Yoda. Sense to a little man making donuts. Santadilla, I pray ice tonight. I don't know nobody, don't need nobody. I'm great, upper echelon B. I'm feeling godly. You feel the way, you take it personal. Take it personal. You feel the way cause I'm embarrassing you. Tonight, I don't know nobody, don't need nobody. I'm great, upper echelon B. I'm feeling godly. You feel the way, you take it personal. Take it personal. You feel the way cause I'm embarrassing you, bitch. I couldn't leave back. Yeah, damn, yard. Look, media, fuck your medium, I go idiom, I go pop, and make a motherfucker mad for not believing in me. What do they see in them? Rakim, Eric being them. Check the file, word is fine, no extra vowels, and I got drip, need an extra towel. I'm about to go ODB and get extra loud, extra wild. Don't wanna let a nigga in, but they never gon' X me out. Check me out, I'm God body, so God got me. Bless me now. They can't handle these bars, they extraterrestrial. Get up my testicles. I don't wanna rap about rap. Keep your interview, nigga. I don't wanna cap out Jack. I'm mastering a tree, yes sir. I'm academically past the epidemic that's in place, yes sir. This is not a phase, no sir. I am not amazed, no sir. I'm inside a maze, but I'm willing to go through it to keep it all in the family. These are the days, yes sir. Tonight I don't know nobody, don't need nobody. My mind upper echelon, B. I'm feeling godly. Feel the way you take it personal, take it personal. You feel the way cause I'm embarrassing you, bitch. What's that? I couldn't lead it back, bitch, I couldn't lead it back. All of them niggas, I hit them again. Get him, I got a new pen. Dripping this right at democracy, in cause a nigga put half in his pocket and deal. How to get the sound on pain, how to get dang, how to get a brand new chain. Spin around, that won't change. Fuck you mean, get in my town on clean. This is the book for the life, look at me living it right. These are exactly the niggas the city indict. How can a nigga do right with no Miranda rights and candle lights and cameras right in front of my face? I dust my shoulder, fuck police, I keep my beef on top of the plate. Getting a drop and a nigga will kill him. Fucking with a mosh pit, get in my center, I'm a motherfucking monster, get in my dinner. Yeah. Tonight, I don't know nobody, don't need nobody. I'm great, upper echelon B. I'm feeling godly. You feel the way, you take it personal, take it personal. You feel the way cause I'm embarrassing you. Tonight, I don't know nobody, don't need nobody. I'm great, upper echelon B. I'm feeling godly. You feel the way, you take it personal, take it personal. You feel the way cause I'm embarrassing you, bitch.
Good night, 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 good night. Thanks everyone. You have a good night.